That knot would have definitely failed if we hadn't put the knot filler in there. Why does knot filling matter, and why do we do it here at Logie Timber? We do it to make the best use of the timber that we have available in Scotland. We put the knot filling into the cracks, into the live knots as they open up during the drying process, which gives a really nice, smooth, finished product that can be used in your home, oiled, sanded, or finished with however way you want. This is our knot filling station. It's just based off the back of the P1000, so it's nice and quick and easy for the guys to load the timber. The equipment that you need and we use for the knot filling gun, battery, and you can get the adapters to fit any of the batteries that you use. So if you use a DeWalt or a Makita or any other brand, you can get the adapters to fit, so you can tie it with anything. The knot filling filler itself is a polyamide, so it's non-toxic and it's flexible, which is super key for this sort of stuff, because timber, as the moisture content goes up and down in the timber will move, it'll shrink and swell. This stuff moves with it. They do 3 different grades. They do a super soft, which is the one we use, which is the most flexible, and it's the most suitable for flooring and lining boards. They do a hard and then a really hard one for exotic woods, which we will never use here. So this is the one we normally use. It comes in a 300mm and a 150mm knot filling stick. The other pieces of equipment you need are the cold press, just a big block of aluminium that you put onto the top of the knot filler after you've put it into the cracks. Squish it down and it pushes it deep down into the cracks and cools it down nice and quickly. The next bit of kit is a scraper. It's just a scraping knife for cutting it off the top. You could use a chisel, but this is nice and easy on the hand. And then just a sanding block, just to give it a buff up at the end. So not much gear you need at all. It's important to keep the knot filling sticks in their bag. If they're left out for more than a couple of weeks, the moisture gets to them and you end up with bubbles in the knot filler. So keep them in the bags, keep them out of the way. Once you've taken the knot filler stick out, heat your glue gun up, push the knot filler into the back until it clicks, and then, true Blue Peter style, here's one we made earlier. So this one's all heating up, ready to go. So when it gets up to temperature, and we put it about 170 degrees for this particular grade of knot filler, squeeze in, there's plenty of it. I don't think there's a direct science to this, just fill it up as much as you can. There we go. Plenty of that in, and then as quick as you can afterwards, take your cooling block and give it a really good press, and this pushes it right down into the bottom of the knot and gets it nice and bonded to the wood. Leave it on there for a little bit to cool, and this is the beauty of this stuff, because it dries so fast. We can just carry on and get the next one done and stack the boards straight on top of each other. If you're using a putty or a 2-part epoxy, it would just take ages to dry, so you wouldn't be able to get the speed and the throughput. So once that's kind of settled, yeah, that's pretty good. Take your knife and just cut it off. It's easy as that. A little bit of a sand. Done. It's easy as that, and that's cold. It's hard now. We don't have to worry about it. Things being stacked on top of it. That knot would have definitely failed if we hadn't put the knot filler in there. You couldn't paint over that. You couldn't oil. There was no way that would have passed the quality standards. But with a knot filler in, that's perfect every time. Key reason we decided to go down this route instead of doing the traditional 2-part epoxy is the amount of flexibility this stuff gives when it's bonded to the wood. Being a polyamide, it does stick to the timber, it kind of bonds to it, and it allows, as the timber flexes, the polyamide flexes with it. It's completely non-toxic. And an old 2-part epoxy is quite hard, it's quite brittle, and as the timber swells or shrinks just ever so slightly, over time that can end up cracking or splitting or gaps opening up. So that's the reason we're going for this stuff. Hopefully that explained a little bit better about the knot filling process and why we do it here at Logie Timber. Any of the products that you've seen here today, we actually stock ourselves down at the shop, and the link will be in the description if you want to have a look on the website.